Hello everyone, Venris here. Welcome to the second episode of Weekly Venris. Last time we talked about Green Knight, that will be added to the new Bretonia update with his new changes, and today we will talk about something slightly different, and there isn't any better way to just show, say. So, Bretonia is not the only faction that's getting new stuff in the upcoming update. The next faction is Warriors of Chaos. The changes that you are going to see are, as always, subject to change and still in works. And they are not such extensive as the Bretonia things that are still in works. So the first main feature that you are seeing right now is the fact that Chaos will be able to settle, but only in very specific locations. The list of those locations you will be able to see on the top right when you hover mouse on your faction banner. You can see here, can raise Chaos fortresses in Old World, Badlands, Southlands, Ulthuan, Northrend, Nagarond, and Lustria. And you can raise 10 Chaos fortresses. They are very expensive, but giving new bonuses and 2 new campaign only units. And let's see. In Middenheim, we just conquered it with little cheats. So you have a advanced military recruitment, and here you will be able to recruit your Chaos units with different sets than the Horde ones, and all of those buildings will be also giving you different bonuses. Like Demonic Forge will be giving you recruitment bonuses for all your units in this province. You have Chaos Magic to decrease your enemy's magic, monsters that decrease their movement. We have Pillars of Skulls with Knights. We have Chaos War Shrine with Chosen and Warriors. We also have a defensive building, the Walls, and the Walls are giving a huge physical resistance bonus, but also an army ability to all armies in this region. And this army ability is Fires of Chaos. Those are like fire-piercing bolts from the sky that attack your foes. And with increased wall level you have more uses of those, and the physical resistance bonus is higher. And those Chaos fortresses don't have walls normally. You need to build a wall building. Then we have Chaos infrastructure, so normal stuff like growth for this province and for growth in this province. So having hordes in this province would be easier to upgrade them. Then we have a natural income building that buffs region income, and faction-wide from the main chain that I will be showing in a minute. Then we have a Marauder Arena, so recruitment building, giving some bonuses to recruit, and the Troll Vassalage. As you already noticed, some of those buildings were transferred from the Horde fortress system that we had in the past, and right now there is no other way to get hordes. Right now the whole Chaos fortress system was transferred to those new settlements. And the last tier set that you have for the Chaos fortress are the specific gods building, and you can build all of them in each fortress, and all of them giving different bonuses. And the last thing that Chaos fortresses have is the main chain that will be unlocking the 2 new Chaos cultist units with spears and maces, and they will be also the basic garrison for those fortresses. Garrisons are quite weak right now, on the beginning, but when you will be improving your fortresses, they will be stronger and stronger. So each level of the fortress is increasing construction cost for all buildings faction-wide. So more fortresses, there will be more and more expensive, but it also increases the income from horde buildings. So fortresses also buffs hordes, and also increase melee attack and leadership of all chaos cultists units faction-wide. So more fortresses, stronger your cultists will be, and on the final level, those will be also decreasing their upkeep and recruitment cost. Chaos technology received some significant changes. The most important part is that all old technologies were rebalanced and rechanged. The problem with Chaos right now, as old Horde faction, is that the power creep is very real. So stronger you get to the point that AI is not able to handle you. So right now, the counter of it will be that technologies are much stronger, but each of the technologies that upgrades units also increase their upkeep. For example, Dark Standards increase the leadership of Chaos Warriors and Aspiring Champions, but also increase their upkeep. Melee attack for Chaos Warriors and Aspiring Champions, again upkeep. Things like physical resistance for Chaos Knights and speed, this doesn't have upkeep. Why? Because units like Chosen, Aspiring Champions and Chaos Knights have upkeep increase when you're increasing their capacity. The technology for capacity was, its cost was lowered by 50%. So it's a little bit easier to have it, but still more Chosen, more Aspiring Champions you want, more Knights, they will be more and more expensive because they are endgame units, one of the best in the game. And many other technologies here received new effects, new ways to unlock them, and more ways to play. About cultists, the old tree received one new technology. It's in the first tier, so you can unlock it ASAP, and it's lowering upkeep and recruitment cost by 25% for Chaos cultist units. The Chaos alignment tree was changed quite significantly, because right now you can go to two different paths, so Chaos Divided and Chaos Undivided. Chaos Divided is as it was before, but you can again unlock it ASAP on the beginning of the game. You don't need to have all the sacrifices to each god, you just need to take Chaos Divided upgrade or Chaos Undivided upgrade. Chaos Divided upgrade will unlock one of those 4 devotions to the gods. Let's say devotion to the blood god, and the first level will be unlocking the blessing that was an end game previously ASAP. Well, you want to start your campaign and go full Khorne from the beginning to the end. It's much easier right now. And this first technology will be unlocking 3 new technologies that will be giving some different bonuses depending on the gold. Nurgle. Zinch. And of course Slanesh. As for the Chaos Undivided buff, it's quite different. So the 8-pointed star technology, it's lowering all of your blessing units stats, but upkeep -10 for all units. For Chaos, it's huge income buff. Converted informants, enemies will have a much harder time to hit you, injure your heroes and lords, and you will see much more on the map. Another one, leadership aura size, figure loss reduction, and chaos corruption, all faction wide. And the last one is Oath of Alliance, so grants all chosen units 4 Chaos God Mark abilities. This is a quite new mechanic that's going to be also in the custom battles for Chaos chosen units. No changes to the sacrifices technologies, they are still quite good and do their purpose to buff those blessed units you want to have and allied with the gold. So when I was talking about Chaos Fortress, I said that there are 2 new campaign units for the Chaos, so Chaos Cultists with spears and maces. And this is one of those units. They are very basic infantry of guys that are good against infantry. The second one are the same type of unit, but with spears, with bonus against large. But what is the big difference with this unit? This is a unit that is able to suicide themselves. They have a new ability called Sacrifice, and cultists sacrifice themselves and bolster allies around with 10 melee attack and leadership. It is an active ability, so you decide when you launch it, but unit cannot use it when its health is above 50% and when its leadership is broken. This is a unit with very low leadership, so it is a skill shot sometimes. But if you are able to do it, you will buff a very big portion of your army for 30 seconds with this cultist sacrifice. And as I said before, it's campaign only unit. The second thing that was in the Chaos Undivided technology is the Chaos Marks for the Chosen. So each chosen unit from the beginning of the game will be receiving all of those 4 Chaos Marks. Chaos Marks are a new system to alter stats of your chosen units. So first mark you saw on the beginning of this video was a mark of Zinj. So this is a powerful breath attack that deals damage to the enemies. And you can activate all 4 marks together, but each of those marks activated have a negative effect. So Mark of Zinj is lowering your armor piercing damage and weapon damage, and lowers your leadership by whooping 10. Of course, chosen are a unit with a very high leadership. Each of those marks have different negatives, but all of them have minus 10 leadership. So activating all 4 will make your chosen break very fast. Let's see all of those marks. So Mark of Nurgle is giving you melee attack, melee defense and armor, of course, and gives you new contact effect that's called Plague. It deals damage over time and lowers vigor. So it's very close to the Toxic Venom ability that deals a lot of damage in time. This damage also bypasses any kind of armor or resistances. Mark of Slanesh is increasing armor piercing damage by flat 20. Lowers, of course, armor and leadership, but makes your unit with perfect vigor. Perfect vigor for units like Chosen that lose vigor very fast because of their higher mass is significant. You can also use this mark in the middle of the battle to replenish your unit. Mark of Corn is increasing your magic resistance, gives flat 25 charge bonus, 10 bonus versus infantry, lowers your physical resistance and leadership like all the marks. You can activate all of those marks together, like I said, but it is more about the choice. We made many tests with those marks to be sure that having all of them, 1 of them, 2 of them or 3 of them will have the same results as Chosen without any marks. So it's not in this upgrading units, it's making an alternate role for each of those 3 chosen units.
Nurgle's pestilent glory! Running! Nurgle's glory!
And the last thing that Chaos is receiving beyond any balance changes are 3 new Legendary Lord abilities. In Total War Warhammer 2, 90% of Legendary Lords have own abilities, passives, etc. In Warhammer 1, most of them do not have. In the recent patches, I was adding new abilities, so each Legendary Lord will have own role, own place on the battlefield, and some cool stuff to play with them. So now it's time for Chaos. Colex Sanita is receiving the Storm Rage ability. You can remember this ability as a flat passive that was giving stats to Dragon, Ogres and Coleg. So it was removed and it's now only Coleg ability that spawns Vortex around Coleg that deals significant damage and lowers the melee attack of the enemies around him. And to have it, you need to have Coleg in battle for at least 2 minutes and engaged in melee. He will recharge ability and pop it again and again. Archaon received an ability Lord of the End Times. It's a map-wide nerf ability that gives negative stats to all enemies on the battlefield. But don't be afraid, it's one-time use and it needs 300 seconds recharge, so 5 minutes when the battle starts. You cannot just pop it right away. Sigvald the Magnificent received the Reflection of Beauty ability that lowers melee attack of enemy by 100%, make them that they cannot move for 20 seconds, but it recharges only when out of melee. So you need to get Sigvald out of battle to recharge this ability. All of those new abilities are not accessible in campaign right away when you start. All of them needs to be unlocked on a certain levels to keep the balance and the progression of your characters. So Archaon, Sigvald and Coleg's new abilities need to be unlocked on the special new skills in campaign. This is all for today's video. As always, thank you for watching, and more news, changelog and full Bretonia showcase really soon. Venris out.